Welcome to Chilled Out Game Reviews, where I review the best games to unwind with. Subsurface Circular is a point-and-click narrative-based game where you play as a detective tech working to solve a case of missing techs in the city. Although the gameplay is not too complex, I found myself becoming increasingly involved in the story and was genuinely surprised by some of the twists and turns. I really like the visuals and general presentation. The whole game takes place in one subway train carriage. I love the design of this space and how it's lit, but I particularly like the design of the techs themselves. I really enjoyed that the music in each chapter comes from a nearby tech with their music blasting through their headphones. The gameplay is what you would expect for this genre. To speak with the tech, you click on their icon, then during conversations you select the dialogue option that you want to make. You can adjust how quickly the text appears to suit your reading speed if needed, but I kept it all at the default. The only part that felt a little clunky was when ending a conversation, the final text remains far longer than is needed before you are taken back to the main view of the carriage. Not a huge issue, but a little tiresome during sections when you need to swap between several texts frequently to get the information you need. At first I thought there was a timer element to the game, as you travel between stations and texts get on and off. I was worried I was under pressure to get information before they left. However, the train only arrives at new stations when you have advanced the plot sufficiently, and you are under no time restraint. Since this is a story-based game, it's pretty important that the story is engaging. Thankfully, this is the case here. I really enjoyed unravelling the mystery and solving riddles along the way. There isn't much in the way of branching paths here, just a linear story to complete with a couple of different endings depending on what decision you make in the final part of the story. I'm only showing footage from the first 3 of the 7 chapters of the game, as per request of the developers. Beyond this point there are plot spoilers, so if you are interested in checking this one out, then the experience won't be affected by having watched this review. I really enjoyed playing through Subsurface Circular. It has an engaging story, well-implemented dialogue mechanics, and interesting characterisation, especially since all of the characters have no face. There is very little pressure, and if you are stuck on one of the more complex riddles, the game will give you a helping hand without making you feel stupid. So, I am proud to give Subsurface Circular the chilled out seal of approval. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this review, then please take a look at the other videos in this series. If you want to support Chilled Out Game Reviews, you can do so over on my Patreon page and get your name at the end of every Chilled Out Game review, a shout out in the next video I create, and access to all of my videos 24 hours before anyone else. Links will be on screen and in the video description.